Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Enslaved Odyssey to the West. You might notice that from this episode forward, everything is going to be in crisp 1080p at 60 frames per second due to some recent hardware upgrades. That said, enjoy the opening to Chapter 9, The Wasteland.
Monkey, you haven't said anything to me.
About what?
About how I broke our deal to let you go.
Well, what do you expect me to say? You get home, you find your whole life wiped out, you want to hit back. I get it.
Everything is simple to you, isn't it?
It just is what it is. What is this place?
It was a factory. Back in the war, they built mechs here. Huge ones.
And what are we doing here?
Looking for someone.
Who?
An old friend of my father. This is where he lives. I think he might be able to help us. If he's still alive. This way.
Ew, I'm pretty sure some textures and lighting broke in that cutscene on the way here. Again! This is such a gnarly port. So, last time we found out that Tripp's dad is dead, and Tripp now wants to go after the slavers who were responsible for that. And that is where the Journey to the West part actually comes into the title. Very pleasant hallucination to contrast to this soupy, toxic morass of a, well, wasteland, as the chapter title implied. So, some other things that happened last time.
Hurry up!
Tripp did something pretty shitty, some pretty gross to Monkey here. She broke her promise to set him free after Monkey spent all that time escorting Tripp home. And it's a totally understandable betrayal. I get Tripp's motivation as a character. It's a nice twist, too, because it throws a wrench into some of the affection that, you know, Monkey's been growing for Tripp. But it makes me despise Tripp.
You've got to watch out for the water here. It's poisonous, from mech fuel.
So, this friend of your father's, how's he gonna help us?
To find Pyramid, we're gonna need to follow one of the slave ships. And I think there's only one way to do that.
He has a flying vessel?
Yes. It's how he would transport salvage to us. I just have to persuade him to let us use it.
And how are you gonna do that?
I haven't figured that part out yet.
Even though we're down here in the depths of this terrible swamp, poisoned by mech fuel, Monkey doesn't seem to be too bummed about this or the betrayal or anything. He's actually taken it remarkably well. There's this quote from the social contract which fits his character pretty spot on, actually. It goes, "Slaves lose everything in their chains, even the desire of escaping from them. They love their servitude."
Wait here.
I'll scan. One of them. No, wait. There's two.
There's no way forwards from here.
There is. We're actually on a path he made for people to visit him at the factory. I've been here a couple times. Flip that switch up there.
By the way, I take no credit for even drawing the connection between the game and the social contract. Someone, I think, it's either Pop Matters or What Culture, I can't remember which one, drew that parallel. Ooh. Before I can get back on my cloud, because you can see the boosts over in the distance, so you know that's coming. I gotta take care of a couple mechs. There's no way around fighting these. Ah, Jesus. I haven't recorded in a little bit, so I'm a tiny bit rusty. There we go. I was fishing for that stun forever. Just kept getting knocked out of it at the last second. Okay, let's make sure he goes a little bit smoother. There we go. Get focus attacks at the worst time. At least you could stock them.
Okay.
For later. So what we're doing down here, also just note a quick little contrast. The first time that we ever used the cloud, it was in a situation like this.
Flip that switch.
Nice advice. It was in a similar situation. We were surrounded by a big body of water. We had a similar challenge to approach, getting up somewhere to knock a platform down to help Trip get across the sea. Very, very different type of atmosphere in this one, though. The first time, it was very upbeat. They had this fast-paced drum beat going in the background. It felt adventurous and fun. Now we're mired in this ungodly swamp, and the atmosphere is taking a turn for the worse. It's a nice little contrast. Also, that's clearly a giant mech back there.
If I remember right, there should be a boat around here somewhere. We can use the boat to get through the tunnels. That's where I think we'll find it.
Right, the boat. Oh, this boat section. I remember feeling like a worse version of the boat section from Gears of War 2. I'm not looking forward to that. So anyway, we're going after Pyramid, and that's a name we've heard a couple of times so far. We've seen it written on signs, it's been mentioned in passing, not much else though. We don't really know who or what Pyramid is.
I think it's through here.
The only concrete thing that we've been told about Pyramid is that Pyramid controls the slaver mechs, and that they're located west somewhere. Very specific directions there. And to get to Pyramid, we're first going to have to cross the Wastelands. We're looking for Trip's dad's friend here in the swamp, who is apparently obsessed with really creepy pig imagery.
Hey, what's with all the pig stuff?
I think that'll make sense when you meet him.
And the music, how will that make sense?
Now that, I can't tell you. Yes, the boat is here. We've just got one problem. How do we get to it? Let me scan. See if you can lower that section of machinery.
Would be really cool if that was a part of the same mech we saw earlier. Like it's one enormous titanic mech. It's clearly part of something really big though. We have a lot of weird stuff going on right now. We have this creepy swamp with its unsettling atmosphere, giant mech parts, like it's some kind of mech graveyard, a giant scrapyard. With a cloud back, but it's much more morose this time around. We're looking for some dude obsessed with pigs, and we're trying to get to a boat. Which, god damn it, I could have taken him down and stolen his gun arm. His Mega Buster. Oh shit, that would be dope. Rip his arm off and you start absorbing the abilities of the other mechs. Whatever, I'll get this takedown though. Ah, come on. No, he's not gonna let me go after him? Fine. Focus attack, finish the big dude off. Take you down. And that should also get the one in front of me killed from the explosion. Bam. 3 dead. After a little bit of a struggle. And they give you plenty of plasma shots here, because you're gonna have to shoot those joints in the hand to, I guess we're trying to lower the hand to use the hand as a bridge for Trip. Either way, we're gonna have to shoot those joints out. Whatever is locking the hand into place.
Good. Now help me across.
Does she really need help across? Doesn't look like that big of a gap. Oh, I'm almost falling off. Oh no, that's a substantial gap, actually. Okay, so we'll toss her. As usual. Ah, damn it, Trip. Trip, why do you always have to suck like this?
You okay?
Yeah. Let's get to the boat.
Ah, she could always be Yorda. She's definitely no Yorda. Yorda is the reason that I will not LP Aiko. Ugh. She makes Aiko a chore to play. Anyway, we've cleared the way to the boat. And I apparently cannot board. Do I have permission to come aboard? Trip Capitan.
Let's go before more mechs turn up. I'll drive. You man the gun. The gun has a light attachment.
Got it. More music and pigs. This friend of your father seems weird.
He's been living alone out in the wilds for most of his life. Usually makes people pretty weird and eccentric.
You mean like me?
As well as being resourceful and strong individuals.
Sure. I don't like this. Something doesn't feel right.
We've got mechs in here. Get ready on that gun.
The really great ambience of this place, especially with that industrial music in the background, almost makes up for the fact that this is one extended shitty turret sequence.
On the right!
When we started this game, did you expect a turret sequence? Because you should have. One like this especially.
That's it!
We've had the stationary ones, but this is some fucking Gears of War shit. Except way worse. The shooting does not have the crisp feel of Gears of War. Probably because the game was never designed around the third-person shooting combat. The boat is rather fragile. On normal, it shouldn't pose too much of a problem if I'm too slow to react, as I have been a lot this episode. It's gonna blow up, and I think that starts you back at the beginning of the boat sequence, which is no fun.
What the hell's happened?
The engine's cut out!
Well, fix it!
I'm trying!
Nah, we're sitting ducks. Problem is I don't have headphones in, so yeah, it's gonna take me just that much longer to react. The lasers that cut through the darkness that they use to target you is about your only indication of where they are before they actually start firing at you. And once they start aiming with the lasers, you're already about a few seconds away from getting fired upon anyway. We good here? The light's back on.
Go, go, go!
Yeah, that should mark the end of this first checkpoint of the sequence. No, not quite. Haven't quite made it. I think I see the end of this section ahead, but ooh, the boat is in terrible shape. Ugh, that one took me way too long to kill. That one is just getting free shots as we pass under this gate. Yeesh. Boat's not holding up too well. I remember doing this on my first playthrough when I played it through on hard mode. This section is absolutely brutal on hard, and it's possibly the only section in the game that's a real challenge. Again, on hard. Even on normal, I'm getting torn up pretty hard. In some ways, this also reminds me of that terrible long hoverboat section from Half-Life 2. But again, totally linear and just a turret sequence, so much worse.
Nice work. Now get back on the gun. I might need it. This is an anti-mech device. The scanner won't activate if organic matter passes through. It only reacts to mechs.
It's an emancipation grid.
A mech? I'm not a mech!
Shit! The defenses have activated!
It's that goddamn headband! Okay, I'm gonna go on the cloud. Wait here with the boat.
Be careful, monkey. Destroy that turret. There's the other one.
So not quite an emancipation grid. Just passing through the barrier, though, with Monkey's headband set off the alarm, say, hey, there might be mechs nearby. And whoever Tripp's friend is mysteriously defending their perimeter with mechs. Oh, I'm too far away from Tripp, and this is what it looks like when you're too far away from her. Monkey gets a splitting headache, and the screen starts to get this white vignetting. So that's clearly not the way up to the turrets. How do I get up to them? I can't remember. Uh-oh. That looks like a ramp. No, it's not. It is not a ramp. So going straight down the middle through... Oh, so there are mines around. So going straight down the middle through that canyon, not the way to do it. I think I see a path up here. Yes, I do. My little speed boost orb. Oh my god, that makes it hard to control. Whoa. Too much. Sometimes you could go too fast. We'll sneak up on him. Yes, we will. Is that Pigsyland in the background? Just more pig theme. Why couldn't I rip that off and use it against the other turret? Is it not in line of sight from here? It's not. Ah. Yeah, so Tripp is again ruining everything. It's interesting to see how I've turned on Tripp at this point in the LP. I really have turned on her. Both as a character and just... Yeah, as a, I guess, kind of a person to personify her a little bit. Is if she were a person, I would hate her, and I'm starting to see things I really don't like about how she's written as a character. I tried that before, so I should have known I couldn't do that. Do I have to come back here? Oh, yeah. There's a lot of shit back here. And the cloud has some very wonky physics, some inertia that makes it feel like ice physics. So it's a little dicey to control around all these mines. And even these narrow platforms. Oh, God. Jumping helps a little bit, though, to, to control your momentum. I think I'm just going to do this on foot. Like I was saying, though, Tripp, and they're lying about the headman, taking it off Monkey and setting him free. This is her fault, directly. And trace that directly to her. The headband is what picked us up as a mech. Bet it uses Windows 8 too. Hey, where's the start button on my headband?
Come back to the boat.
Feel like there's another angle to this enslavement via headband that we haven't explored, and that's Tripp can put whatever she wants all over the display. You piss Tripp off and she just draws dicks in MS Paint all over your display. I can't pop those mines with the gun. Also, the boat it judders really badly. Like, it doesn't know how to corner, so it vibrates around corners, and the pathing AI must not be that great either. Yeah, Pigsyland. We are coming up to a character who I remember really liking, but I also remember liking Trip more than I am currently liking at the moment.
So how are we actually gonna find this guy?
I don't know. I'm sort of hoping he'll find us.
Well, after the amount of noise we made, I'm pretty sure he knows we're here. Okay, hold on. Just get this junk out of the way.
And we have another one of these. Clear the road for the boat ahead. This time we've a field of wheat. And a farm.
You've seen another one of those things, haven't you? It's getting worse. It must be driving you crazy.
You know, I thought I was going crazy. But... not anymore. You were right. It's the headband. It's tuning me into something else. Shit!
Oh, fucking for real? Another dog? They run this enemy into the ground so badly. Shit, I forgot this sequence was here, but now that we're doing it, if I remember this right, we have not too much of a margin for error to catch up with the dog using the speed boost before it just kills Trip. Oh man, I'm actually getting a little flustered that they're running this enemy into the ground. Like with the first one, there's suspense, there's build up to it. Sure, the fight is easy, but Trip plays it up like it's a big deal taking the thing down, and the build up sells it pretty well. So you go, whatever, and you go along with it. And then the next one shows up, and it's nothing. And that shatters any illusion that this thing is a threat, or that taking it down is a big deal. And then a third one? Show, do not tell. Don't have Trip tell me it's a big deal. Show me. Show some fucking restraint here.
Trip, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Freeze. Good. Now when I give the say-so, you're gonna turn. Very slow. Any tricks, I'm gonna light you up. Now turn. Trip, is that you?
Oh, Pigsy! Pigsy!
Are you here alone with her? Where's your father?
And that abruptly ends Chapter 9. Trip's dad's friend, Pigsy, has been introduced, and now all the pigs make sense, and he looks like a pig, and everything about him is the most on-the-nose thing ever. It's silly, but I like Pigsy. Anyway, that's gonna do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.